Okay, so see if this position is good. Yeah. Now I'm just making the first part of this shoe. You can see how it's turning into a shoe now. Very lovely. And we're just going down the side here, and what we want is 4 of those. 1, 2, 3. We want one more of those bubbly lines. So do one more, and I've got this on a round needle, which is actually a little bit small. It's the number 4, just like up here. I'm just knitting a little bit looser, and it makes it work well. Now what we're going to do here is take the first one off, because it just makes it actually look nicer, and when we're going to sew it together it just is easier. There we go. I'll just see if I can get a little bit further like this. See if I can sit like this. There we go. That's a bit more comfortable for me. One, two, three. Oh, there's a couple more rows actually. So I'll get back to you when I've done all the 8 rows. I'll just show you, when you're using this round needle, when you get to the toe, it can be really quite hard to get round. So what you can do, it is actually very smart with these round needles. So you just pull it through so that you've got more room to work. Just make sure that you tighten this when you knit the first one, so you don't get a hole here. Just make it nice and tight, and that way you can go round the toe, because it is very, it just is a very sharp corner here. And so now you've done a bit, you can just pull it through like this. Maybe that was a bit early. It's going to come through. As you go. There we go. Because this can bend really well, of course. So lovely and thick. And of course this nylon is going to make them much more strong. If you wish to use only natural fibres and you want more strength, you can use silk, which I have some of. But I mean, all natural fibres are just not very strong. This is the way it is, unfortunately. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so now we can see we've knitted 8, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those bubbly rows, and so this is row 9, and we're gonna decrease here up around the toe, and here on the middle of the heel. See, because it goes like this on the side. This will be the back of the heel. So, and you can go onto the internet and see the actual exact amounts of stitches but I'll just show you what I do, and it does not really matter that you're not so precise. The main thing is that you're doing your decreasing up here, and we're going to do 3, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, and because we're going to get less and less stitches, there'll be less between the decreasing stitches. So let's just say we'll do the first one here, there, and that's 2 together when you're decreasing, 2 together, and make it nice and tight. And then we're going to knit up to the middle and have 1 there. So we'll just see 1, 2, 3, 4. So a decrease and 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's about in the middle, as you can see, the middle of the toe there, and we'll put these 2 together. And then we'll go, getting a bit tight here, but that's important, make it nice and tight because we don't want any holy areas here. And then you do 4 again, 1, 2, and this is where we actually need to pull this through to get some more room. 3, nice and tight, 4, and then we have our decrease again. There we go. Now we're going to go all the way over to the heel, so just all the way along the side of the foot. It's good when you can sort of see where you are, I think, because sometimes a pattern can just be so confusing. You just think, what is what is all these numbers and little symbols and of course this is this size, so if you're making a child's one, it's much less stitches, of course, and yeah, you just always have much less stitches. And if you want to make for a man, you're going to need more, of course. So now we're getting near the over towards the heel or the ankle, and just see here, that's how it's going to look. Can you see that? Maybe we'll just go out a bit. There we go. Which means that this will be the back of the heel. And I mean, you don't have to be so precise. If it's a little bit to one side, doesn't matter. But approximately there will be the back. So let's just see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll just do 7 more, and then we'll put those 2 together. So it's just 1 at the heel. So just keep going, 1, 2, 3. Oops. You want both. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These 2 together. I just loosen that. That's why I sort of pull it, because it's otherwise it's really tight. So make it nice and tight here, and just keep going. Just no decreasing all the way up to the side of the foot. And you're going to do this decreasing 3 times altogether. And see, now we've done our decreasing. You can already see it's sort of going in a little bit. And what you do when you go all the way back, you just knit. So we're going to knit all the way back again. and then we start here again and we do our decreasing again. So I'll just knit all the way back. And just while I'm knitting, just think about the fact that you're going under the foot now because we're decreasing. So really keep it tight, because this is where the wear really starts to happen. And it really doesn't matter they're a little bit too tight in the beginning, because as I said, they are going to get a bit floppy. So just keep the work nice and tight. And if you can't tighten because you just have to use too much strength, use a smaller needle, a thinner needle, maybe a 3.5 instead of a 4, to make sure it's really nice and tight. Okay, so going back again, and we're going to decrease again. So just take the first one off, keep it nice and tight. And of course now there's less stitches, and it's a little bit hard when you've got these two colours to see where the last decrease was, but you can sort of, we're getting close to the toe now, so you can, as I said, it doesn't really matter how precise you are, because it just really, you just really won't see it or feel it. It makes you really warm sitting with this wool. Okay, so now we're getting near the toe again, and I think we'll just do that one there. Can I see where the last one was? Probably is here somewhere. We'll just do it here. So 2 together, nice and tight, go up to the middle of the toe, 1, 2, 3, and that's, of course, is not 4 this time, it's only 3. So that does suit fine, it's on the middle there, or maybe it, yeah, that's fine. Those 2 together. You need strong hands. It's also because the wool is so thick. So that was 2 together, and now do 3 again. 1, 2. Just pull this in. This needle, just get it in there. You can sort of see how we're going round there. Beauty. That was 2, so 3, and decrease here, nice and tight. Because I mean, it is a type of shoe, so no wonder you have to make it real tight. You can also knit it looser and then actually wash them in hot water in the washing machine. But really, you do ruin the wool a lot. But you can, if you really made something that's just too big, you can put it in the washing machine from just on 40 degrees or 30 degrees, wash it for a quarter of an hour or something, and take it out, try them on, and sometimes, yeah, you can make them really well fitted that way. I might do that with the first pair I made because they're getting so floppy. So that's a way to really tighten them up. And with 30 degrees, you're actually not getting the you're not washing the lanolin out. But the actual wool fibre will not be, it will be a little bit ruined when it's been in the washing machine, because it just, yeah, it felts it. Yeah. So Now we're getting to this heel area, and that's about there. So approximately here. Two together and all the way over. So you're only doing one decrease at the heel, and you're doing it 3 times. So this was our second row of decreasing. Now we're going to go look at this, beautiful. From our sheep, the white wool is. This is so lovely. I'm going to go back again and with no decreasing. So just take the first one off and keep it nice and tight. And so you do this one more time. I won't show that. You're going to do this one more time. Just with when you get to the toe, you only have 2 between instead of 3. So you do 1 there, knit 2, 1 there, knit 2, 1 there, 1 decrease there. So I'll get back to you when I've done all the decreasing.